yeah, so calcite. I know it just seems such a big topic for me, that I've been putting off doing it, and it is one of my favourite stones. So yes, I'm going to start with the bottom and work my way up. Ish, I know. So this is a piece of red calcite. Now you can clearly see, that it's got like this tubules, and you can imagine that drops of water over the millennium has deposited this and made it into a rock. Yeah. Obviously there's some iron in here, so that's why it's red. It's good. It's good. So red, base chakra. Yeah. Okay. No, all calcite is, it's very protecting, very nurturing. It's what we're made of as well. 40% of the earth is made of calcite. It is that kind of. So red calcite pulls you down to the earth. It heals past traumas. It really does earth us. And it's great to work with. It really is. Yeah. So as we can see with this piece of red calcite, that it's droplets. We also have some sediment here. So yeah, and you can see that this was, over the millennium, there was a layer of calcite and squashed down, and then it made a red rock. So you can definitely see the difference and the way it's fractured, and you can imagine that there was an earthquake and tilting it upwards. So yes, and then again pushing it all down. Now, okay, so we have a bit of red crystalline calcium here. Now, I was told this was quite rare. I don't know. So it does have a vibration very similar to a ruby. So it is kind of like that self-love and empowerment and everything else like that. And yeah, and it grew. It grows. Yes, so that's that. Now, okay, so yes, I'm moving up the body slightly now. I'm on the orange chakra. Now the orange, the stomach chakra, it's supposed to be, it captures the light of the sun and it radiates out the sun. It's a very powerful stone. It kind of improves your environment. I have a candle holder here and it's orange calcite, and obviously when you use the candle, it also lights and energizes that way. Now, one of the stones that I most commonly use is this piece of orange calcite. So very big, very chunky. Yeah, and it doesn't heal. If I give it to you to hold, it doesn't heal you. It heals the universe. It's that powerful. So yeah, the orange chakra is the stomach chakra. So you're releasing sexual energy, and it does heal that sort of energy. So what you could do with calcite is place them individually on your chakras. So one there, one there, one there. Yeah, and it's very good. The way this rock is treated is from South Africa. It's mined in South Africa, and it was a miner who worked in a diamond mine, and occasionally he used to find these bits of orange chakras, orange calcites, and he used to take them home and he used to dip them in acid, and then through his retirement he's then sold on these from his garden. Yeah, and yeah, it's a delightful piece. It's a delightful piece, and it does have that feeling that it wasn't sort of blown up. It was, found. It was presented to mankind to be found. Okay. Now, the yellow's where it gets a bit funny. There's not so much yellow calcite. I have a very nice piece here, and it is, again, captures the light of the sun, and it's very releasing and in a kind of like nurturing way. And this is, if you go and try and buy yellow calcite, this is what you'll be presented with. And it does its job. It's not as pretty, because let's face it, you know, the orange candy, this yellow one and the red ones, they're like candy. You know, I said the orange candy, yeah. The others are calcites are like candy. So I'm lucky enough to have a piece of yellow candlelight holder, so it's really filthy. Yeah, and I've had it for years. So that's really lovely, and it's really good. So we've gone through the chakras. We are now above the solar plexus, so we're on the heart chakra. So we have green. This is a lovely piece, isn't it? And you can see what I mean about it's like candy. Now, it heals the heart. It encourages us to be open to spirit and to listen to spirit. So, and it can be used just to keep your chakras clear. Yeah, so, you know, you're giving your body the point to heal itself. Yeah, so green is for the heart. And, yeah, there's lots of self-love, lots of healing there. And, So, yeah, also for the heart chakra, we have manganite calcite. Now, this is the one commonly used in jewellery. It's calcite as such is a 3 on the hardness scale, so with diamond being the hardest. It is quite solid, and I do have some lovely pieces with manganite calcite. This obviously is a completely piece in the rough, and it not only looks talky, it feels talky, and the others have been treated with acid, and this one is just a pure rock. Now I do, you know, given the choice, I will work with pure rocks. I like that. I do. Yes, so heart chakra. Now blue calcite. One thing I should say about the green before we move on is writer's block. These two are very good for writer's block. Whereas this one, yeah, it's a more, yeah, keep flowing on the river for inspiration. This one is block. Yeah, it's like a personal block. So, you know, you can understand why I like it. Obviously, yes, writer's block. And with the green one, we are talking about spiritual influences. We are talking about asking spirit, communicating with spirit, asking spirit for help, asking our guides for help. We're working on quite a high level here. Now, blue calcite, we're talking of more of a psychic level. So we're learning how to speak to, yeah, on a psychic level, you know, ex-humans, as it were, rather than ascended humans. It's also very protective, and it's also very protective as our personal possessions. So it's a very good stone that way. And obviously it heals the chakra, so it would make us more communicative, more able to understand, and yeah, and more open, you know. Whereas you could have the green and the pink for love, actually the blue one makes us more open to love. Yeah, there's so much I want to tell you, and I think I might have just bitten off more than I can chew doing them all in one go. But no, I'm going to stick with the basics. So we have blue for our throat chakra. Now this is where we get a bit, there's no purple calcite. Well, there might be, but it's in a museum. It's not widely available. So, you know, for the third eye, you kind of, yeah, that's when it goes a bit flaky. But before you go, I do have some things to talk about. So the most common form of calcite is this kind of honey calcite. This is some crystalline. I have a piece that I didn't bring down because it was filthy, and I mean it's so dusty. But that was found in a desert where a friend was, I think he'd gone in after a war, and yeah, so you know it can be found. This was found in Cornwall, so, and it's crystalline, and you can see quite clearly how the cubes, and then the earthquakes, and you know tectonic plate shifts, and how long it's made to make. Relatively cheap. I mean, I found a few of those in a like pound box, so you know relatively cheap crystal. Now this is dogtooth, and it is from, I found it, I know. I do like to know the origins of my stones, I really do. They just make them more special. And this is dogtooth calcite. So this is another commonly formed. It's brown, yeah, so it's like a natural, it's picked up the elements as the water's passed through. And it's from Derbyshire, so in one of the Blue John mines. And yeah, I know, it's just perfect. It's warm, it's loving, it, yeah, ties me to my planet, which is a good thing. And it's a good thing. I must admit, I wouldn't, you know, if people said, would you part with your orange calcite? No, I just wouldn't. I wouldn't even comprehend lending it to a dear friend. It stays in my house, so you know I take it out. I've taken it to workshops before and days out, but it's a homebound stone. So yes. Now, okay, I was going to a big wholesalers show. I know. This show, Kempton Park, every year, there's 3 shows a year, and you can see what's been mined, and it does, you know, the whole show will be dominated by, this time it was selenite, because there was the big selenite caves that were found, and yeah, it was dominated by it. And next year, you know, there'll be slightly less selenite, and something else will be found. And anyway, yeah, so I knew I was going to the show, and I was dreaming about a multicoloured calcite crystal. So you know, we've got red here at the bottom, at the top, and we've got some green and everything else like that, and it's in a nice stand on its own sort of shape. And I had my budget, and it was, you know, I was going to buy certain things for work and friends, and I was assuming that my budget would be this for something of this size. Anyway, so I did find it. It was at the show. It was a lot smaller than I expected, and I will still keep a lookout for a large one with the multicoloured bandings. Yeah, and I don't mind what order. Oh no, there was just, you know, a personal stone, and I suppose in a way that proves my love for this stone is that yeah, it really is. It's part of my life. You know, if I can dream about it, and yeah, everything else like that. So yes, calcite is what we're made of. It's kind of like, yeah, it's just pure energy, pure love. It looks after us. Okay, yes, I know. I might do separate ones on the major colours, so, and bring out some of my calcite jewellery as well, so that I can show you. But thanks for watching. Okay, like and subscribe, and I'll be back. Thank you.